Um,
So
yes,
how
we'll do
does that
that
work?
first.
How does that work exactly? When you're looking for income in your car, do you like hang a flag? Like, do people know that you're a transport service?
Um,
How often do you do jobs that aren't for Tao?
Not very often because Tau is usually very reliable.
Okay.
But I imagine there's some sort of if it's already somewhat rare that people drive around in a car,
Hmm.
that would very easily get people's attention.
Hmm.
Um, and on top of that, yeah, he drapes something out of the window to signify like, hey, I'm a driver, and if you need me to drive somewhere or do something like that, something
Okay.
car related, I can totally help with that. Because
Okay.
usually Tao is so reliable that he doesn't need to do shit like this. But he's poor, like he's broke. He hasn't like, and Tao's not paying him, so that's the situation that he's in.
Okay. Um. All right. We'll come back to you in a little bit.
Sure.
Um. All right, Domino. It's now early evening.
Okay. I am going to watch Winkle's building for one more night.
Okay. So you're gonna head over there.
Yeah. I mean, I'll take dinner somewhere first, or uh, get some Thai takeout or something. But yeah, that was the deal. I'm going to stake out the building one more night. Um, I will take a special interest in any cult goings on.
Okay. Um. Yeah. You see. There's a guy driving by. If you want to get a ride to Winkle's place.
Sure. Yeah, I'll hop in. I'll hop in a cab.
Okay. Um. Cam, what's your rate? What do you charge for things like this?
Uh, Whatever would be like half a tank of gas.
Okay.
So not a whole lot, but I'm assuming it's just transport, right? Not
Yeah.
like wet work or anything like that.
Well, that's what it sounds like. I don't know
No.
if Domino has other ideas, but
I mean, Domino's
And
got two history with Cam anyway. I'm like,
I was
Cam's
about to
driven
ask,
Domino
like,
to jobs before, I would
okay.
imagine.
Have they ever done a job together?
Um,
Um,
Defined together, because I'm sure you drew me to a job,
has
and then I killed a guy, and then you drove me back.
right, but has a job wherein Cam has pulled out his shotgun.
It
didn't we
sounds
kind
like
of cover?
for that to
Didn't we kind of
happen.
cover some of this during the initial history
Yeah,
session? Like
we
I
did.
seem to remember like that happening.
I mean, I
Yeah,
saved.
yeah. You
Yeah, I
saved
saved
my
Cam's
life at one point, but
once. I don't. Was that one of my jobs though?
I think so. Yeah.
Because it seems like for Cam to draw a weapon, like I would have had to fuck something up first, and I never
Mhm.
fuck anything up.
Okay.
So
Well, either that or Tao ordered us both to do
let's
it. Like,
blame it on Tao. Let's blame it on Tao.
all right,
Okay.
Yeah,
that sounds
he
good.
told us the job was it like got a lot hotter than it was supposed to get.
Okay.
But no, I trust Cam. I trust Cam to not be ferrying filthy cultists around in his car. So when I climb in the back of
Not
the
at the
car, it's
moment,
not
yeah.
going to smell like cultists.
No, definitely not.
Cam, what does the back of your car look like at this point? Does it still have the bloodstains?
I was about to say there's a little crusted blood on it because he hasn't had the money or had the opportunity to clean that shit
Yeah.
out yet, which Cam apologizes for profusely. Yeah, sorry, haven't had the means or the time to clean that out.
And how does this work? Do you operate it like as an actual cab? You know, customer gets in the back.
No,
Driver
for
takes
some
their-
for someone like Domino, there's just a set price. So a half a tank of gas is whatever. Especially since we both know each other works for Tao, right? Yeah.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
Yeah.
So while I drive her to the job, I casually say to her, Tao's not paid me.
What do you mean? Tao always pays.
I know. He hasn't paid me this time.
Oh, that sucks.
That's why I'm doing this.
Yeah, it's not like you to leave your car dirty after a job.
Yeah. Don't I know it?
See, I tell you what, how do you feel about scratching my back?
What do you have in mind?
I'll front you the jingle to get your car cleaned out. Real nice. Get the upholstery scrubbed, get the outside detailed, whatever you need done. Get the bloodstains lifted out. Because you get around town a lot faster than I do on my feet.
Mm.
I want to know what the voice is up to. What are his people doing that he doesn't know about in Tao's scene? I want you to keep your eyes and ears open for me while you're putting around town looking for your next tank of gas.
Done.
All right. And I overpay him for the ride.
Okay. So I guess mark that off your sheet.
Where's that at? My barter?
Yeah.
I'll lower that to 1 barter then.
Yeah, you're sitting pretty now, Cam.
And I inform him that I met with the voice today, face to face. Well, face to whatever. And made it very clear that that his people were starting trouble and that Tao was starting to take notice, and he didn't seem too concerned. So something bigger is about to happen, and I want to get in front of it.
Cam nods. Okay. Maybe that's tied to why he's not paying me all of a sudden.
I got paid, right, for the job the other night?
Sorry, what?
I'm asking Nick. Tao paid me the job the other night. He had no problem getting me.
Yeah, he paid you.
Okay. Yeah, Cam knows where to find me.
Nod.
And then I will take up my position in the house across from Winkle's, and I'll stake the place out.
Okay. Cam, are you still hanging out your flag? Are you still looking for work, or are you going to go
No,
spend your money now?
I pull the flag in. It's early evening?
Yeah.
All right. Let's get some reconnaissance on the voice going.
Yeah, there's this guy hanging around, and he looks a little bit disappointed when he sees you pull the flag in. Like, clearly he had his hand halfway up to flag you down, but he was like, whatever. All right, let's get back to the voice. See what the voice is up to.
Okay. Well, at this point, it seems like the best course of action is to go over to is to head over to Absolution and find out what exactly it is that people are complaining about my cult doing.
Mm-hmm. And you go in there, and Karna is here because it's her place. So when she sees you, she doesn't look too pleased that you're here, but she doesn't turn you away. She just kind of like sniffs at you.
The voice probably does not smell very good.
She doesn't sniff you. She's just kind of like.
I imagine that even if she is not smelling, any type of sniff is probably not going to be too pleasant.
Yeah, it's not going to end well for her.
No. So the voice asks, so I hear that you've been having some trouble with some people from my cult, from my group, my followers.
And Karna says, and what you came to do about it? Say you're sorry?
I've come to find out what it is that they've been doing.
And Karna says, well, the way I heard it, some of your people were hanging around ill intent, a block or two away, making plans, looking at my place. Tao's boys chased them off.
So they didn't actually do anything?
That's not how I heard it.
Then, so you heard that they were making plans. That doesn't sound like doing anything to me.
Well, there's doing things and there's doing things, and sometimes one leads to the other, if you understand what I mean.
Oh, I understand what you mean, but they're not causing any trouble. I don't see what the problem is. Do you know where they were? Do you know which of Tao's men said that they saw them?
Yeah, I know the men. They came in here and told me that they busted up the problem. It
Do you
was,
know where?
and she thinks for a second. It was Parcher and Toyota. Them two.
Do you know where they might be right now?
She shrugs.
Yeah.
I run this place. I don't get here and there all across the streets tracking people.
That's about what I figured. So a couple of blocks away, huh?
So as I hear.
Okay. And the voice just says that and then leaves. To go towards. Did she indicate any kind of direction where those couple of blocks away might have been?
She kind of pointed vaguely out the front. And if you look back through the dingy window, like the stock front window of the diner,
Mm-hmm.
there's a couple of streets down. She could have meant either of them.
Okay, well, that's where the voice goes. Is to go down those streets, it's trying to look for either these men of Tao's or anybody from the cult who might be hanging around there.
Mm-hmm. You're not really sure who these people are that she mentioned, Parcher and Toyota. You wouldn't know them on sight. You do know your own people on sight. You don't see any of them in here.
Well, I imagine that if any of Tao's people are having trouble with the cult, they'd probably want to come and talk to me if they saw me. But maybe not. Well, it seems like this one's run cold then. So I guess that means that it would be. I guess that means it would probably be another visit to Tao to talk to him before Domino's message can get there.
Mm-hmm. Tao's still not in his place.
Okay, so I'm going to ask the guards if they know where he is.
And they look at you like you're crazy. And one of them says, "And we're gonna tell you this because
I want you to tell me." And I suppose that this would be this might be a manipulate. The voice tries to say it in such a commanding manner that they feel compelled to tell it.
Okay, go ahead and try it.
All right. Let's see here. So I think that my manipulate is plus weird. So roll 2. That is a solid 10.
Okay, and the one who was giving you the attitude, he suddenly, like, his eyes go a little soft, and you feel this, like, a spark jump between your brain and his, and he looks a little spooked, and he's like, right, because you want it. Yeah, that's okay. Reason enough for me. I got it. And he like elbows the other one aside, and he cool it, and he opens the door for you. Oh wait,
okay.
That's not what you wanted, is it? What was he wanted? He wanted.
I wanted to know where Tao was.
All right. He said, Tao don't really keep us informed of his movements exactly. He just said he was out doing business tonight. He said he'd be back around. And he looks at the other one. What time's it now? And the other one says, I don't know. What time? And he counts on his fingers. It would be like 2.5 hours ago. And he looks at the other one, like, confirming. And the other one is just like, I don't know.
I'll just wait here then.
Yeah.
And I'm imagining that there's not really anywhere to sit or loiter or anything, so the voice just kind of stands there.
Okay. And
just going to wait.
These guys are really uncomfortable with you, especially the one that you manipulated. He really doesn't want you here, it's clear, but he also is too afraid of you at this point to ask you to leave.
You like elbow
and
his brain.
Yeah.
Weird.
It's late at night. It's probably around like 10 o'clock or so when Tao does get back. And when he gets back, he's got those people that you saw, those 2 kids that you saw him with in his office last time. They're with him.
Okay. Am I able to just stop him right there at the gate along with his guards?
Yeah, I mean, he stops when he sees you. He says, "You're like a bad penny. What do you want now?"
I wanted to talk with you about the problems that you say my cult has been causing. My followers have been causing. The voice actually does say cult at first and then corrects itself.
And he looks back at the two behind him, and you still can't see the kid's face, but the one in the like whose face is totally covered by the hood, that head kind of bobs in a nod, and he turns back. It says, "Sure, we can talk. Come right up."
Sounds good to me.
So yeah, you're there in Tao's place, and he pours himself a drink. He doesn't offer you one, and says, "What can I do for you?"
I want to understand what it is that my followers have been doing that has you so upset.
And he chuckles a little bit and says, "Do? Well, don't need to do anything. Be here, do you?"
So our simply being here is your problem.
Yeah, you could put it that way.
And why is that a problem for you? We're not causing any trouble. We're not hurting anyone.
Oh, not now. But I've seen the way you act. I've seen what happens. My men had told me what happens at a Saturday night get-together. So the weird thing, the lights that flash, the craziness that happens when 3, 4, 5 of your followers all get together and are all jumped up on whatever drugs you're taking. Stuff gets weird when that happens, and I don't like weird in my place.
There's nothing wrong with weird. No one's being hurt. They're just having a good time.
But it's not my good time.
You can come and join us anytime you like.
He rolls his eyes. To the invitation.
You don't think you'd have a good time?
Not any better time than I'm having now, and let me tell you, I am not having a good time right now.
That's too bad. I think you'd enjoy it. And then the voice also adds, before it leaves, I would appreciate it if you left disciplining my followers to me from now on. I still don't understand why you killed those kids, but I'm going to find out. And until I do, I would like it if the rest of my followers were left alone by you and your men.
Okay, is this a manipulation attempt?
I think this is a manipulation attempt. Yeah.
Okay.
No. Good. And roll that. Oh man, that's bad.
Ooh.
That's a 5.
Being manipulated, man. Oof.
And something weird happens when you try to manipulate Tao at this point. The girl who's been behind the young girl with the shaved head steps up for a second, and you look into her eyes, and it suddenly seems to you like it might be a really good idea to get out of town.
Oh man. Okay.
And I'm
The voice.
I'm gonna yeah.
Oh, go ahead.
I'm gonna say, and if you don't, it's acting under fire.
Okay. So in that case, the voice is going to leave. Just leave without another word.
Mm-hmm.
Since Tao, I'm assuming that Tao has basically laughed off that request or said no.
He didn't say anything.
Oh,
I-
he
I- I've
hasn't
told
said
you.
anything.
I've told you all that happened.
Okay, well, still, that is a compelling enough reason that the voice just leaves the room right now. Whether it's going to leave town or not is another question.
All right. Well, if you decide not to, then
Should I make that roll right now, or
Yeah, right now. You decide: are you gonna pack up your cult and leave town, or are you gonna stay here?
Oh, I think that it sounds like maybe this is not such a good place to be. I think that between that creepy girl and Tao's insistence, it's probably a good idea. It's probably time to pack up and move on.
Okay. Interesting. All right. Let's see. Who haven't we done in a while? I've kind of lost track at this point.
We've all been done pretty equally, so.
Roll a d6.
Yeah. Evens it's Cam, odds it's Domino. All right, Domino's up. Domino, you're pretty much still at Winkle's place now, aren't you?
Yeah, I was gonna hang out there all night.
Okay. Do you rate her food or anything? Do you like?
Nope, I ate before I came.
What do you do?
I got
Okay,
I got Thai takeout. At this point, I'm just fulfilling the contract.
That's probably good because.
Well, that's what I
you
told
know,
Winkle. Secretly, I'm waiting for retaliation from Eats a Lot or whatever her face was called.
enough to eat. Yeah.
If nothing happens tonight, I'm going to take that as a sign that Enough to Eat did not recognize that. Like, Domino's not real clear on whether the creepy stalker guy was acting under Enough to Eat's orders or not. He might have been acting under his own volition. He might have been acting under Enough to Eat's orders, and Winkle just took it the wrong way. She's just making sure that none of her goons come around.
Okay, and no one does.
Good.
The night passes unusually for a night in Apocalypse World, uneventfully.
Okay.
And so, yeah, let's go back to Cam now.
Okay. Last we left Cam, he was going to go stalk the boys.
Oh, right. Okay. So yeah, are you following around town in your car?
Just beeping at him.
Yeah, but not. I mean,
All right.
he's not concealing
But
it
in
in
an
any way.
inconspicuous way.
No, probably not.
No.
Just the
No, that was a joke.
Okay.
Like, you're not going to follow around in the car inconspicuously.
All right. Good.
So you're super conspicuous, is what you're saying.
Right.
More or less.
Yeah. Yeah, you come back from the meet, the voice, and there's this Yahoo who's just like driving along at 5 miles an hour behind your slow walk around town. What do you do?
You know, I'm not gonna let him follow me for very long because it's probably a pretty unique car, and it's something that the voice would be able to recognize as this is a car that has importantly gotten him and his followers out of situations like this before. So rather than just let the car follow, the voice comes over to the driver's side, and is the driver's side window down or up?
It's up at first, but the
voice knocks on it then.
Yeah, he eventually rolls down the window, and there is Cam. I don't know.
It's good to see you again. I need to get out of town.
Cam raises an eyebrow. Really?
Yes. Me and my followers, we need to pack up sometime in the next couple of days, probably before next Saturday, and leave.
Cam mulls this over. Well, I don't think I can transport everyone. I don't know. I don't know if
You've transported everyone before. Don't you have access to? How did Cam transport all of them before? Because it sounded like he.
Yeah, but Tao probably has that vehicle.
Yeah.
So, yeah, Cam will be honest about this. Yeah, he's gonna say, "Yeah, I don't have access to those vehicles anymore."
Why not? If I paid you enough, would you have access to them?
Ooh. This is definitely a manipulation attempt.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Go ahead and roll that then. Let's see here. That is an 8.
Okay. So it's your choice of whether you want the carrot or the stick. You can either have Cam can either mark experience if he agrees, or he can have to act under fire if he refuses.
I'm going to say act under fire.
Okay. All right, Cam. If you say that you're not going to go get the voice, the transportation it needs to ferry its cult out of town, that's acting under fire, where the fire is whatever spooky ass retribution this cult can gen up for you.
Ooh. Man, okay. Cam is weighing all of this. Because, on the one hand, Tao's not paying him. Tao's not respecting him. And it's all kind of bullshit. So there is a part of him that sort of likes the idea of saying, you know, Tao, come on, we have this business relationship and you messed up the business. On the other hand, Tao is still his bread and butter. Something better really hasn't come along yet. So I think he's gonna do he's gonna do this under fire.
Okay. So go ahead and make that roll. Plus cool.
Well, plus sharp.
Plus sharp. Okay.
Yay for that trade. That is an 11. 10.
Damn.
10. -1 because she still got her grip on me.
Oh, but it's still plenty enough.
That's still enough.
Yeah. And the voice, Cam no sells it. He has the same bored look on his face that he always does when he's accepting or refusing, and in this case, he's refusing.
Don't get me wrong, your money's good. Your money's real good right now. But you need to secure something for me.
What would that be? What do you need from me to do this?
The transportation.
So I would need to get you the vehicle.
Yep.
And then how much would you charge on top of that?
Talking about financial arrangements is kind of difficult since everything's done with plus barter.
Right.
So I don't know what.
Well, I mean, you can go abstract with this if you want.
What we
I'm trying to figure out if in addition to getting that, the voice would also need to secure more barter or not.
Yeah, you can ask for whatever you want, and we will consider it one barter.
I feel like Steve and I just need to give Cam all of our barter because he's gonna get it all in anyway. He's gonna just all of it.
So yeah, we'll say 2 barter then, which is secure the vehicle. He can keep it, and he can keep the vehicle.
Oh, that's good. Oh.
Payment on top of it.
Keeping it. That's gonna be rough. Okay.
Now wait, when you say keep the vehicle, is this arrangement for Cam to keep the vehicle afterward, or for the cult to keep it?
Sounds like it's for Cam to keep it.
Cam to keep it.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
So what you're proposing is they steal one of Tao's vehicles, and Cam keeps it afterward.
Yeah, I'm alright for this.
All right. Just want to make sure we're all on the same page here.
No, I think that is exactly what's being proposed. And the voice thinks about it for a moment and just says, "Okay." You can still follow me if you want, but I'm not going to be causing trouble. I'm going to be trying to get everyone to pack up.
Cam kind of sighs and just says, "Oh, just get in," and unlocks the doors.
All right. Well, the voice gets on in. It's not going to refuse a free ride.
And he drives them back to the compound. Or the voice's compound.
Now, the voice. when do you want this heist to happen?
So
Do you want to do some
that's
planning first, or
I think I'm
is
gonna
it a
need to.
tomorrow
I think
thing,
I might need to do a little bit of planning first. Specifically to go back to the compound and make sure that everybody on the cult is on the same page, that they understand why they would want to be doing this. I don't know. I think that I'm allowed to have the cult just act as a gang without any incentive, but I'm not sure if it's that or if it requires the
Let me check the Hocus.
the frenzy move. Yeah, I'm checking the rules now too.
I didn't have my card in my roll either, but I guess I didn't have to do that.
Yeah.
Let's see.
I don't see. Let's see here.
Yeah, it looks like unite and fight for you as a gang is part of the frenzy move.
Yeah, so it looks like I'm going to have to try and do that move on them.
But that's specifically fighting for you. If you're trying to get them to do something else, if you're just saying, "Hey, we're leaving now," that might not be
right. It's going to have to be more than "we're leaving now," because it's probably not going to be just the voice who's going to be able to secure this transport.
Oh, you know what? I'm looking at your moves now, and we forgot to roll your fortune at the beginning of the session. So let's go ahead and do that.
Oh, is it the beginning of every session?
Yeah, beginning of the session.
Oh, okay. Well, then I will go ahead and plus fortune. I think I have +1 for fortune. Yeah. Okay. Oh man, I get a solid 6, which is, I think, not good.
No, they're now in want.
Yeah. Okay. So what want do they have? Oh, is it one of the listed wants, or do we have an additional want on top of that?
It's one of the things that so like so I think it might be a want of partying at this point. Because previously they had a surplus of party. Now they have a dearth of party.
Yeah, maybe it's probably been a little while since they've had a party, considering that 2 of them were killed, and there's all of this horrible stuff going on.
Yeah, it's been kind of a bummer this week.
Yeah,
they've had a couple of really bad days.
Some of them have left. 2 of them have left, in fact. Yeah, I mean,
who's left besides Look?
Princey goes everywhere Look does.
Okay. So they've both departed. All right.
Yeah.
Okay, that's useful to know.
Okay, so and where were we?
I think the voice is back at the compound after taking a ride from Cam.
Okay. But and you're trying to figure out how to get your people to convince them to leave, or?
Yeah, no. Well, convince them to leave, and additionally convince them that in order to leave, we are going to need to get a transport from Tau.
I'm really not sure how this works. Because it's not listed as a move, my inclination is to just say that if you say it happens, it happens.
Okay. Yeah, in this case, what happens is the voice gathers together the remaining followers. Like, I guess it's, at this point, I guess it's like 14 or 15 of them. There's not very many. And says that they're going to have to, it's time to leave. That there's been too much trouble with the local authorities, and it's nobody's fault in particular, but it's a combination of ongoing problems with their ability to handle our revelry. And that means it's time to move on. So the voice gives the traditional order to pack up your things, get ready to leave, and then additionally says, I need volunteers to help secure our means of transport. We have a driver, but we don't have a vehicle, and we need to get one.
Okay.
So I need people who are willing to assist me in securing a transport from Tau.
Okay. not everybody seems like wild about the idea, but you get 4 or 5 volunteers who eagerly raise a hand. Lamprey's one of them.
Okay. So I've got 5 volunteers. I've got, let's see here. Let me mark down the... I don't know if we want to bother giving all of those volunteers names. I guess we'll find out as it goes along if it's going to matter.
They're getting.
So I think
I'll tell you what the names are later, though.
Excellent. Yeah, I think at this point the voice is while everybody else is packing up, the voice is sitting down with those volunteers to discuss with them how this is going to work. Because it doesn't sound like the direct approach is going to be working any longer with Tau to simply just ask for things. Even if they're things that would get the voice out of town. So I guess the first question is if anyone knows where these vehicles are stored. I'm assuming that Cam is long gone at this point. Cam probably doesn't want to hang around the compound.
Absolutely not. In fact, he probably went back to...
I can't hear you very well.
Absolutely not. In fact, he probably went back to where Domino's Stakeout is.
Okay.
Yep. That's probably a good idea. Yeah, so the first thing the voice does is discusses with those around him where those vehicles are stored. If anyone knows where Tau keeps his stash of vehicles.
They have no idea.
Okay.
These guys, for the most part,
that's kind of what I figured.
They say they don't get up into Tau's business and they have no...
Okay.
Like,
the follow-up question is, are any of them capable of driving a transport the short distance to get it away from where it would be stored outside of town?
And they kind of look at each other, and like Grom says, "Well, I rode a bike once."
Okay, that's not very useful. It's better than nothing, though. We'll figure it out. Think here. What else needs to be discussed beforehand? How many of you have weapons if we need them?
All 5 of them raise their hands.
Okay, that's good. This is good to hear. You all know that I don't carry a weapon, so you'll be doing the fighting for me.
In fact, 2 of the other ones who hadn't previously volunteered, they raised their hands too, and now suddenly seem interested.
Okay, well, the voice beckons them over to join the group then. So now it's a good half of those. That seems like a pretty reasonable number. And the voice says, "Then here's the plan. Tomorrow night is when we'll go and we'll take the transport outside of town. I'll set up the arrangements for our driver to meet us there tomorrow, and I'll also make sure that I know where we can go to secure the vehicle beforehand. I'll make sure that we know where everything is and have everything in place so that we can leave as quickly as possible."
All right, and they all seem excited by the prospect. And one of them stands up and says, "Party!" But no one follows his lead. Everyone is too busy thinking about this upcoming raid and their part in it, and he like shamefacedly sits back down after a couple minutes pass and no one joins him.
You can always party by yourself, the voice advises him.
That literally sounds like I'm pretty sure I've read that on the NGWK's Twitter at some point.
It's the voice. Maybe the voice is just Andrew WK.
Tip, a party of one is still a party. All right. Let's see. Okay, so that's going down tomorrow. So you went back to Winkle's place, Cam. You said to what's your idea there? What are you doing?
He wants to inform Domino that the voice is heading out of town, so that he shouldn't be that much of a problem anymore.
I asked what brought this about.
Cam shrugs, because I don't think he mentioned it, right? He just said that he needs to get out. Yeah, he just said he needed to get out of town.
Cam, I got a level with you. You're an excellent person to give money to. I mean, you're a man
Cam
who
sort
gets
of-
shit done.
Cam sort of shrugs. I don't know. It's. I don't think it was me.
No, I mean,
It
you
was
really
Tao.
went above and beyond all this. I just asked you to keep an eye on him, and you come back and tell me he's on his way out of town. That's amazing. That's incredible. Excellent work.
I was just keeping an eye on him, and he's like, I need a driver. So it's like, I need to take the jobs I can get. Tao's not paying. He's paying. So.
Does Cam know that the voice is planning to raid town?
Nope.
No.
No clue.
Okay. So,
I mean, Cam probably. Like, he's aware that he's probably. Tao is the only person in this area who probably has something like that. But, you know, Tao owes Cam money. So, he's not too concerned.
Does Cam still care about the money that Tao owes him? Because, I mean, not that Cam is home right now, but like, there doesn't seem to have been a special effort to get Cam his money.
No, not at this point.
Okay.
so I have to say though, Cam, I mean, you do seem like you're a little preoccupied. Feels like somebody's holding something over you.
His eyes sort of bulge out a little bit when you say that. I have no idea what you're talking about. He says, completely lying.
I tell him, look, if you need my help on anything, let me know.
Wow. No, nothing like that. Just a lot of bad business lately. A lot of bad business. Bad business. He repeats that a few times.
And we're having this conversation like in Winkle's apartment, yes?
Right. Yeah, you're
Okay.
still there.
I kind of look back out the window. It's like, well, doing this stakeout, kind of bored. I could use the company. And I step forward and I drape my arms over his shoulders.
This sounds like a roll to me.
Alright.
Are you seducing it?
Yes.
This
Alright.
is under fire, right?
Right now, no. It's Domino's move. She is seducing you.
Alright.
What kind of roll is seduction? Is that hot?
Oh, it's hot.
Oh,
Obviously
it's hot.
hot.
And I'm in Hot Town. That's an 8.
Okay. Cam. Oh,
Yes.
okay. So no, but Domino, it's up to you. Is the carrot or the stick?
Go over that one more time for me, because I haven't done carrot or
Oh.
stick yet.
You can either tell Cam that if he submits to this, he gets to mark experience, or you can tell him if he refuses you, if he rejects you, then he does so under fire.
How about this? How about if he submits to this, he could mark experience, and would that fulfill he's proven that so-and-so doesn't own him anymore? Because
I would leave that.
he's
I would
free
leave
to
that
go
up to
stick
him.
it wherever he wants,
Yeah, that seems like.
Now, I'll give him the carrot. If he submits to it, he can mark the advancement down.
Yeah, alright. I'll take the experience on that one.
Okay.
He sort of... He picks up on the advances immediately, having just experienced this 2 days ago? Not even.
Last night.
But last night.
The difference is with Domino, like your sexting just doesn't happen. It's totally
Wait.
negated.
Okay. He's
Where is that listed
Snorts?
on our sheet here?
Let's see. It's one of the moves, I think. Let's see.
Oh, yeah, nullify the other characters.
Oh yeah, it's Battlebabe special. It's on the stat sheet.
Yeah, just
If you and another character have sex, nullify the other characters. Whatever it is.
You don't have to make that roll to see if like you're all clingy and mopey about the sex afterwards. It just knocked your socks off and that was it.
I was about to say, he picks up on the wow, words. He picks up on the
It is pretty mind
their
blowing.
signals immediately, and he snorts a few times and goes what I can only describe as full throttle,
Nice.
and goes completely wild.
Beautiful.
This is the most emotion we've ever seen from Cam, I think.
Yeah.
About anything.
And while Domino is distracted, of course, the building across the street gets firebombed.
No, you two have a good night together,
Beautiful.
apparently.
That's what you get when you go above and beyond the Call of Duty. I've just been being jerked around by all these NPCs all day. Finally, somebody does a job right.
Yeah. So it's morning, Cam, and it's a good morning for you. It's you feel way better than you have. You have people paying you. You have people throwing themselves at you. Today is a way better day starting out than yesterday did.
Much, much better day. Yes.
So what do you do?
Yeah, what would he do?
That's the question I just asked.
He just sort of chills in bed.
All right, Cam's a fun guy.
I mean, we're still in like this dirty like drug addict woman's apartment.
Yeah.
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 Like, there's like lice probably.
Cam's
I
happy.
Febrezed
Doesn't
the
matter.
place, but it's still kind of meh.
Domino, what do you do with this like blissed out Cam
What do I do with him?
lying in bed next to you? Yeah.
I get up in the morning, I shower,
Okay.
just leave him there.
All right.
I'll tell him I'm gonna, this isn't actually my place. I was doing a job for a confidant of mine, and if you're still here when she gets back, she might take
Oh.
a bat to you. So
Oh.
it's up to you if you want to sleep around in the morning here. That's fine. But as far as I'm concerned, this place is dead to me now.
All right, all
Spray
right,
him
all
down
right.
with the Febreze.
He showers and puts his clothes on, heads out to his car. And he's gonna make his way to Taos.
Okay. The guards. So you pull up and you meet the guards downstairs, right
Mm-hmm.
at the gate, and one of them motions you to roll the window down,
I do so.
and he says, "It's a good thing you're here. The boss wanted to see you."
Oh.
Yeah.
Hmm. Interesting. Yeah. He'll comply. He'll get turn off the engine, get out of the car.
Okay. Yeah. So I assume you go up.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, and you're there in Tao's apartment, which you're getting more familiar with than you usually are. He doesn't call you in that often, and you don't usually have this much call to go visit him.
Right.
But you two are getting pretty familiar with this office by now.
Okay.
And when he sees you come in, he says, "Ah, Cam, there you are. I was wondering when my boys would find you."
Listen, I just wanted to say, whenever you need to pay me whenever. Okay.
He says, "Good, glad to hear it, because I got another job for you."
I sort of lift an eyebrow. But you haven't paid me for the last one, boss.
Yeah, well, this job that I got here for you now, it's kind of part of paying you for the last one.
I don't know. I don't think so, boss. You pay me for the last job, I'll do the next job. That's how this works.
And he doesn't take this too kindly.
I bet he doesn't.
He says, I'm sorry, are you saying no to me? You're saying no to Tao?
It's not what I'm saying at all, boss. I'm saying you pay me for the job I've done, I'm available for your next job.
Well, Cam, I gotta be frank with you. I don't know how I'm gonna pay you for the job that you've done unless you do this other job for me.
Boss, I think that's on you. And he turns to leave.
Okay.
Does he do anything? Does he stop? Nothing?
No.
Alright.
And well, I mean, he just says, have it your way, kid.
Alright. Walks on out.
Okay. All right. Let's go to Domino again.
Okay. I'm going to get breakfast somewhere. Try another cafe.
Are you gonna go back to the Flaming Bliss? Or
No, that place. No. I'm gonna try somewhere else though because I gotta find a place that has decent muffins.
There are not a lot of cafes in town.
I know, and it sucks because the one she got all snotty with me.
Right.
And I'll go back there eventually and smooth it over, but I'm gonna
Yeah.
stew about it for a few days first.
You run down the list, and just about the only place left in town that you know offhand that serves even just vaguely acceptable food-like substances that you can get down without retching afterward is the Fatty Oasis.
Just offhand, that doesn't happen to be run by enough to eat, is it?
It wasn't before, but now that you mention it, that's not a bad idea.
All right, we'll have breakfast there.
All right, and one of her gang, not her herself, but one of her gang does. It is in her territory. One of her gang runs the counter there, and he gives you a kind of a weird look, but he doesn't challenge you, or he doesn't like make any trouble. He just, yeah, all right, what do you want?
I ask him what's good here.
He shrugs and says, nothing. What do you want?
Nothing. Look around. What is everybody else eating? What kind of food-like substances?
Most other people are eating this kind of. It's kind of like it's like porridge almost. The little bit of what might be bacon.
Okay. Then I will try some of the air quotes porridge and the strongest cup of coffee they have.
Oh, the coffee's not bad. The coffee's way better than the Flaming Bliss was. They make
Awesome.
real coffee here.
Awesome.
But that's about the only reason anyone would have to visit the Fatty Oasis.
Okay.
Certainly not for the food. And he orders it right up for you. He doesn't bring it to your plate. He just says, "Order up."
And then after breakfast, go talk to Winkle.
Okay. Winkle says, "Oh, okay, cool. And you didn't even do anything, right? Right?
No, we're square.
I didn't forget. Did I? I forget sometimes." She chews her fingernails.
I shake my head and said, "No, you've done good.
And you were there all night at my place?
All night."
All right. All right. And so we're square then, right?
We're square for now, yes.
And she catches on that and says, "For now? What do you mean for now? Are you going to ask me something for later?"
That be a problem?
Well, I mean, would that be a different deal or is that part of this deal? I got to know. It's important that I know.
Winkle. Eye contact. Look at me. Square, okay? Here, hold on. Let me... There you go.
Yeah, so you pull out her hand and you draw a little square in her palm, and she gets it.
Okay. Yeah, send her home. I don't escort her home or whatever. She'll find her own way.
Right. Yeah, she knows the way home. It's not far from here.
And that's it for my morning. I don't really have anything else to do. Feed the cat.
Oh, what do you do? Oh, you go home.
Yeah, we'll feed the cat.
You're gonna have trouble feeding the cat because the cat is dead.
Who killed my goddamn cat?
Probably the same person who tore up your apartment.
There's nothing even in there. It's just like a cupboard and a mattress.
Well, the chain on the door is snapped, and the mattress is on the floor. It's been ripped to shreds. Someone was looking for something inside it. Evidently, someone's looking for something inside your cat too.
Oh, this is awful. Okay. I start asking. Well, let's see. First things first. I get word back to Tao. I don't have time to go visit Tao and tell him in person.
Mm-hmm.
But I'll let one of his enforcers or lieutenants or thugs in the streets know that someone's rolled my place, and as far as I'm concerned, this is a direct attack on Tao's enterprise.
Mm-hmm.
And if word of that can get back up, and then I'm going to go start questioning everybody else who lives in my building.
Mm-hmm.
About comings and goings last night.
Yeah. So yeah, you talk to your neighbor, whose name is. Let's see, call them. Who do we got here on the list? I need a new list. They just use the same like 50 names or so in different combinations of descriptions and genders and like needs and things.
Okay.
So once you get down the list far enough, it's kind of hard to find new NPC names in this generator that I'm using. You talk to your neighbor Millions.
Millions, okay.
Who's a weird-looking kid. Wears a cape around all the time, and is wearing it over his head when he opens your door. But he parts it aside and he pushes it back over his shoulders. He's not wearing a shirt, just a cape.
How old is this kid?
He says, "Yeah."
How old is he?
How old is he? Early teens.
Okay. I asked him if he heard anything going on in my place last night.
Yeah, there was this kind of yowling. Yeah, it was kind of loud. You had people over?
I'm sorry, did you say yowling?
Yeah.
I asked him for his best impression of said yowling. like a cat yowling?
Yeah, exactly like that.
About what time?
And he thinks back, gosh, I guess. And he looks around his apartment. Dark. Real dark. Moon was out.
Did he see anybody around wearing cloaks?
And he says, "Yeah, I went to the peephole to see if you were having buddies over, and I saw a couple of people in cloaks. What with those hoods? Yeah, the hood cloaks things.
I thank him
I guess
very much.
I figure you're having some kind of wild party the way they're carrying on."
No, there was a break-in. There's a crime has been committed, and my poor cat is dead. In fact,
shit!
I need to update my character sheet now. My cat, whose adorable name was Jinx, is dead. That's updated.
All right.
Cat, Jinxie.
I guess I better start locking my door tonight, huh? If we got people doing that.
You haven't been locking your door at night?
Well, what do I got that anyone cares about?
Look at his apartment. Does he have anything of value?
Not that you can see. It seems like basically a flop house.
I tell him if his door has a lock, he needs to use it, whether he's got anything valuable or not.
So yeah, all right. Good looking out.
And it's time to go shake down the voice again.
Okay.
I'm sorry, I'm getting text messages a lot. I'm gonna shut off.
Oh, okay. Are they from your wife?
We have people, like friends of mine, are arranging like a Thanksgiving thing, and people are just getting all the pieces in place now, and that's happening tonight. So I've sent out all the texts I need to send. All the outgoing stuff is done. So now it's just people saying, "Okay, thanks, cool." So we're going to get probably a few more of those. Not quite time for the wife to be hounding me yet. It's only 6:45. But yeah, it sounds to me like the cult killed my cat. So it's time to go have a polite, neighborly conversation with the voice.
Okay. So you roll up to the cult. Not literally roll, because Cam's not around to drive.
Right.
You left him back at Winkle's. Is the voice there?
Yeah, the voice is there right now. This is still early in the day, isn't it?
Yeah, it's morning.
Yeah, the voice is there, overseeing everybody packing up the camp to make sure that everything is getting in order for leaving later that day.
Okay. And here comes Domino again.
And I look much more upset than I looked yesterday.
What do you want? We're leaving.
I want to know which of your followers was at my place last night.
None of them.
None of them.
They were all here. And the voice at least says that it can account for everyone who is here.
I had a job last night, and when I came home, my place had been ransacked. My poor, innocent kitty cat had been gutted and torn open, and my neighbors saw your little rat people poking around.
Did they see faces?
Your people don't have faces. So, I heard you're leaving town, and I couldn't be happier. But I do believe we're going to have to talk restitution.
If you can show me the people who did it, then you can have them.
How many cultists?
But if you can't, then you don't.
How many cultists are like scurrying around at this point?
Everyone is giving each other wild looks. Like to say, was it you? Was it you?
I point at two random cultists. I'm pointing at people that, like, the most leprous of them, like, with the heaviest cloaks, the ones whose faces would be most obscured. I go, that one and that one. It was them. Deliver them to me.
They were here last night. So I won't be doing that. Is this, I'm trying to figure out if this is a roll or not. I don't think it is. I think that the voice is telling the truth, or at least believes that it is.
Oh, I'm sure you are too.
Yeah, either of you can read the other one.
Yeah.
I will read it.
There's more things you can do with read a person than just find out the truth.
I will.
This is true.
I definitely need to read the voice, because I definitely know whether he's telling the truth on this.
Okay.
That's a sharp.
Yeah, roll plus sharp.
Ooh, I'm better at sharp now than I was last week. That's an 8.
How good are you?
An 8.
Oh, an 8?
Yeah.
Okay, you get one question from the list.
And let me just refresh my memory about that list. Let me pull it up here.
Okay.
I do have the thing open. I just need to find the right page.
Just for the benefit of the stream, it's is the voice telling the truth? What is the voice really feeling? What does the voice intend to do? What does the voice wish I would do? How could I get the voice to do something?
I'm going to be just simple about it. Is he telling the truth?
Okay.
Yes.
So as far as Domino's concerned, she is convinced that the voice is convinced that all his people were here last night.
Yes. Because you're not allowed to lie on the read it person.
Got it.
Answers.
So Domino grills him a little bit about how can you possibly know where all of your cultists are at all hours, and eventually comes around to he's telling the truth.
Yeah, I think that during that grilling, the voice points out that they're leaving, so everyone had to be here to collect all of their things, and that everyone was working through the night, including itself, meaning that it was able to keep tabs on everyone.
So then the question is, why were there cloaked figures who looked like your cultists in my building?
Well, somebody seems to be very interested in causing trouble for the cult around town, which is why we've decided to leave.
And who told you you had to leave?
Tao did.
And my eyes get wide at this point. Oh, you've spoken to Tao.
I've spoken to Tao several times, but last time he was very insistent that we leave. Yeah.
Well, then here's my new problem. If your people aren't the problem, then that means the problem will still be here after you leave. And that's an issue for me because it means that my life doesn't go smoothly. So, I mean, I can take it from the parties you throw at that, flaming Brit place every Saturday that you do like the town, you do like being here. The weak-ass coffee they serve, you guys are into it. So here's my proposition. You help me find out who's impersonating your people, who's causing the trouble for me. And if you help me, I'll go back to Tao and smooth things over, and maybe you don't have to pull up stakes.
That's an interesting offer. I'm willing to consider it. Who do you think would have caused this trouble for you then? Give me somewhere to start, and I'll see what I can do. I have other plans that I want to keep going because I'm not entirely confident in your ability to convince Tao.
I say whoever it is, because Tao, it's not often that people in the area go against Tao openly, right? It's not like the apartments of his lieutenants don't get raided on a regular basis, right?
Yeah, he's a warlord, so
No.
yeah.
No. It's certainly never happened to you before.
Then I can't. It's impossible to say. It's never happened before. It would have to be somebody with an incredibly gruesome suicide wish. Is the only somebody so psychotically suicidal that they're just asking for it. Because this person is asking for it from two directions. Because they're messing with Tao and they're messing with your freakheads who are capable of God knows what.
Did you consider that maybe Tao is the one who ransacked your apartment?
That makes no sense whatsoever.
Does it make more sense than somebody going against him like that?
It makes more sense that somebody would be going against you than against Tao. Like somebody is trying to get your cult in trouble for some reason. Tao doesn't have enemies in these borders, but you might, is what I'm saying.
There's nobody who should have followed us here. Nobody knows where we travel next.
Well,
this does seem like a bit of a problem.
I already see you're losing your grip on your followers. One of them walked away yesterday, followed me like a lost puppy. It was pathetic.
Yes, that's been a problem as well. It's another good reason to leave here.
Well, the proposition is on the table.
I tell you what, if I find any information about who those people could have been, I'll make sure that you get it.
And we need to make sure that Cam gets paid for this somehow.
Wait, you have a deal with Cam? I mean, the voice almost certainly knows Cam's name.
That was a joke, just because we're both paying him money. He's got all of our wealth.
No, does Domino actually say that? Because the voice would certainly have a reaction to it.
No, she's not going to pay Cam for this. But she did pick up, because you said you had a job you're working on. Okay. So it wasn't your people that killed my cat. It probably was your people that were spooking around the cafe I like. That's neither here nor there. You said you had a thing that you were going to attend to, a job in town. As a show of good faith, I would offer my assistance for that, in exchange for you helping find these imposters.
Oh, that's a very good deal. I'm going to take that deal. You don't know what you've just gotten yourself into.
Then what is the job, Domino would have to ask next.
The job is to steal one of Tao's transports to carry my cult out of town.
Ooh, see, yeah, no, that's a problem. See, now we're back where we started. Because, have a seat over here. Why don't you have a seat here? See, this whole thing started because you were causing problems for Tao, and you kept insisting you weren't causing problems for Tao, and then you managed to convince me that you weren't causing problems for Tao, and then the next thing out of your empty face hole was, I'm about to cause problems for Tao.
He wants us gone. We need a transport to get out.
So
I'm sure that he'll get it back when we're done with it.
I can't believe how well this is going. By well, I mean just I can't believe the debacle this is turning into.
So now leaving's not an option for you, because if you insist on stealing from Tao, I have to shoot all of you, and that's just going to be real messy. So how about nobody leaves, we find the imposters, and that solves all the problems. And then that way you and I get to stay on the same side of the line. And when I say that, I will actually put my boot in the dirt and draw a deep line between the two of us.
All right, I think that I think in this case I want to read. I actually want to read a person. I want to go ahead and read Domino right now,
All right,
which is
It's
plus
sharp, I
sharp.
think? Yeah.
Yeah, it's plus sharp. So let's see here. Let's see here. That's an 11.
Ooh, all right.
11.
You get three questions from
Ask
the list.
away.
Okay, yeah, let me scroll on down to the list here. Okay, I'm going to go for first, what does your character intend to do? What does Domino intend to do?
If your guys,
this point?
now that I know your guys are going to raid one of Tao's places for transport, her intention is to foil that operation by any means possible.
Okay.
She intends to notify Tao immediately, and then, if needs be, she will start picking off your cultists with a sniper rifle one by one.
Okay. Follow-up question. What does Domino wish that the voice would do at this point?
Abandon this really foolhardy plot to steal from Tao, and help her find the cult imposters that are snooping around.
Okay. How would... Maybe I should rephrase this. Could the voice convince Domino to assist, or at least look the other way?
No,
about taking the transport?
Ask as written, and
yeah. Okay. How could
and you can't is a valid answer.
Yeah. Okay. How could the voice convince Domino to at least look the other way?
To produce convincing evidence that it was Tao behind the attack on her apartment.
Okay.
That's what it would say. You'd have to shake her loyalty to Tao.
Okay. In this case, I think that at this point, the voice holds up what is probably the remains of hands, but you can't really tell because it's under the robe, like in a gesture that would normally indicate stop, and says, "Okay, here's what we'll do. I'll tell everyone to stay put, that we're not planning to leave for a few more days, and I'll give you a day or two of my time to help you to see if this is what I think it is, to see if it's Tao that's causing these problems for you and for me. After that, though, we're leaving one way or another."
That seems fair to me.
That seems like a good place to take a short break, a
Yeah.
bathroom break or something.
I'm out of water.
All right.
All right.
Back in 10 minutes.
Swimmingly. 10
Sure.
minutes sounds good.
All right,
Okay.
Sure. All right.
let's get Elizabeth.
BRB.